A great Wednesday morning. Uh, it is a beautiful day in the city of Brownsville. So far, it's looking like a halfway decent morning. Buenos días, Marco. Bendiciones a ti y a tu hermosa familia. Kenina, good morning. How you doing this morning? Joe Rod, how you doing, my man? God bless. Marta, good morning. God bless you. How you doing this morning? Let's see. Leah. Good morning, Leah. Say hi to Josh for me. And good morning, Gloria. Well, have a great day at work tomorrow. Or you can always catch the morning shows later on. They'll still be on the page. Also on YouTube. Anyone hasn't done it, please go to YouTube and subscribe. Morning, Monica. Buenos días. Pedro, good morning. Buenos días. Good morning, Enrique. Dios te bendiga. Wendy, bendiciones. ¿Cómo estás, mi amor? Patty, bendiciones. Good morning. Daisy, good morning. I love you too, Daisy. Good morning, Eleazar. Thank you. This is my Howard Cosell. Howard Cosell. Some people would understand. Good morning, Veronica. Does anyone remember Howard Cosell? Or is it just us old people stuff? Veronica, buenos días. Topi, good morning, mama. Good morning. Audie, good morning. Jessica, buenos días. God bless. Monica, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I decided to wear my Hannah suit. Good morning, sunshine. Saludos, good morning from the chump. Morning. Jessica, good morning. Tony, good morning. God bless you. Amanda, good morning. Lupita, buenos días. Lani, love you, mi amor. Good morning, Marcy. Yeah, Katin, I remember Howard Cosell. Good morning, bro, from Dallas, Texas. Valentin, good morning, man. And Gabi, good morning. How you doing? Good morning. Kathy, thank you. Have a beautiful and blessed Wednesday as well. I think we're going to have Kathy on either Thursday or Friday, maybe even both days. We'll see. Good morning, Trisha. I miss my hometown Brownsville. Come back. Eddy Trevino was on CNN. Yes, we're going to talk a little bit about Eddy Trevino on CNN. Good morning, Eggman. Where have you been? Will you begin to? Yeah, they should be in next week. I'm praying it'll be next week that they'll come in. Señora, ¿sabe si ya abrieron los puentes? ¿Alguien sabe si los de visa? No, todavía no. La última fecha que nos dieron fue el 27 de julio y estoy pensando que todavía eso va a incrementar un poco. So, no sabemos. Ay, amo a mi Matamoros, lindo y querido. Saludos a toda mi gente de Matamoros. Como no saben cuánto los quiero a mi Matamoros. What happened to your no beard? It goes and it comes. Let me tell you. Viene rápido y se va. Benjamin, my man, love you. Yes, thank you, Kathy. Good morning, Lorraine. Nice suit, bro. Good morning. Thank you, Thomas. I love the name Thomas. I've always thought it was kind of cool, Thomas. Good morning, Turquoise Hermosa. Love last night's show. Very serious, professional, and informative. Keep it doing great for our city. God bless. It was and we're always blessed to have Dr. Eder Hernandez with us. Olga, good morning. And it was a good show. Buenos días de parte de los Elizondo. Bendiciones a mi familia Elizondo. Muchos saludos. I will one day. God bless. Guys, let's start off with something that we started off with yesterday. One of our amazing teachers, music teachers, passed away. Javier Balboa. By now, it's been all over social media. I had reservations in regards to sharing the name. I did share the school. I wanted the family to, be okay with it. And, again, my prayers to the Balboa family, to his wife, to everyone out there. It's not great news. I'm going to hope that sooner or later, the superintendent and somebody on the board, come out with an official statement, and on behalf of BISD. But I'm not going to be holding my breath. They've been basing the decisions that they make on faulty data, and it's very unfortunate for our community. It's very unfortunate for a lot of individuals that are going back onto campus. Uh, and I'll share some good news actually about the BISD. My husband works at Impex Forwarding Warehouse, and person tested positive. Manager is sick and still working. They were told my husband that if he didn't go back to work after his vacations are over, that we're going to fire him. Can he do something like sue them or something? I would surely do that. I would surely ask for legal counsel to see what can be done. But we are in an at-will state here in Texas, so they can basically terminate anyone for anything. That's part of the problem in regards to the leadership that we've had. It's very unfortunate. Guys, you guys give us the most updated information, especially when it comes to our district. Thank you for what you do. Always here to serve, Maria. Again, we care about our community. He was my music teacher at Punet Elementary. He made recipes. Yeah, a great guy. I had the opportunity to see him at Camille Playhouse, and just a great individual. And I did meet him up at Punet. I think just very, very unfortunate. This coronavirus is real. It's not only real; it is very impertinent that we continue to check and see as to and care for each other. One moment. Had someone walk into the studio. I said, "Hey, this is live, so anything could happen live." The door. You hear it? Thank you, Pedro. Good morning, Andrea. The coronavirus is not going to discriminate, and what I find very ridiculous about the superintendent and the board is that they're always trying to make excuses. When the food service individual person, lunch lady, passed away, all of a sudden they were like going like, "Well, was she actually on campus? Did she get it on campus? Who cares? She worked for us for so many years. Hardworking woman, loved the school, loved the children, and you're still trying to investigate if she got it there, she didn't get there. Just give condolences, you idiot. Just give condolences. That's all you had to do. An official word from the leader of the district. We got nothing. Teacher from Hannah passed away. Got nothing. And then immediately they started to come out. Well, she was retired. She had just retired, guys. But it's they just don't care. They want to protect their narrative. They want to protect their narrative, and that's very, very unfortunate for our community. They are desperate to control the narrative and say, "Well, it's because of this. This is the reason. This is why." No, guys, our community members are succumbing to this virus. They're testing positive constantly, daily, and there is absolutely no transparency from this board or from the superintendent. None. They shared that someone from the purchasing department had tested positive. We'd mentioned it like a week before. We mentioned someone from special services had tested positive. We'd mentioned it a week before. And that's part of the problem. I mean, it's like they're following in the county's footsteps. And someone may mention in regards to Judge Eddy Trevino being on CNN. Hurrah! Hurrah! They made such a big deal in regards to posting and letting people know, like, hey, make sure you watch CNN at 10:15 because Judge Eddy Trevino is going to be there. I don't care. You know, I I don't care, and I really really don't care. I don't care if he's on CNN. I don't care if he's on Fox and Friends. I don't care if he's going to be giving the message at the press conference at the White House. I don't care. I want action here in our community, and I want accurate numbers. And he has not given us accurate numbers. On Monday's press conference, they were out there in full force saying, "Well, let us explain why we haven't given you actual numbers." Don't want excuses, man. I just don't want excuses. And anyone, I mean, and it's not being an Eddy supporter or an Eddy detractor. You all know. when the judge was coming out here every day, at the start of this, and keeping people informed, we were very, very supportive, very appreciative, guys, because you applaud great things. Then we find out that the numbers they've been giving us are wrong, and we found out months ago, weeks ago, month and a half ago, and I was shocked. I was literally shocked, and I just didn't come out here and talk about it. I actually, went to the funeral homes, and the reason that I started to question it was because of all the deaths that were appearing on my news feed. You've seen them. You've seen the black ribbons out there. I started to get concerned. So when I start to get concerned and I'm not getting any answers from the county or the city, so I went and asked myself. So I did ask our funeral homes, and I was told something that was very, very shocking. And then I started to see the mobilization of the refrigerator trucks, trailers. And nobody was reporting on it, guys. No one. And, I'm not a reporter. Just have a live show every morning and every evening. And we share information amongst ourselves. Linda, did they sanitize the whole warehouse and office? If not, you can report them. You should. Where can I go pick up a yard sign at 12 noon? 1240 East Madison. 1240 East Madison. Send me an inbox just in case. 1240 East Madison. I went to Chick-fil-A, and the lady inside was wearing her mask on her chin. No mind to take all the food and preparing orders through the kitchen. Pongan ojo. Yeah. Please don't do that, guys. No interruptions. Sorry. Well, they said they received a lot of PPE. Like, that's going to make a difference. But even that, guys, it's like, why are we receiving all that amount of PPE if they're not actually planning to send people back onto campus? Why? I mean, it's great that we're being prepared and being proactive if that's the case for it. Good morning, Aurora. But nobody should be going back on campus. No saben lo que es comunidad, all for one for all. They don't. Good morning. What is BISD narrative in your opinion? Again, I think they're basing their information, David, on the numbers. And they're saying, it's not so bad. And take into consideration that Minerva Peña was out there saying that this was a hoax, that it was going to disappear like in 3 weeks. And this is like 2 months ago, David. And that's shocking, because anyone that actually believes that all this was going to go away in 3 weeks, that it was a Democrat strategy to get rid of the president, is out there. Anyone that believes that kind of stuff. And this is the board president who is coming out and telling individuals, it's just a hoax. It's not real. It's not real. They just want to harm President Trump. So they were basing their decisions on the numbers, David. And when you base your decisions on faulty numbers, you're not going to get the best results. And, it's just very, very unfortunate, because if we would have had accurate numbers, if we had our county judge and the stupid county commission out there saying, guys, there's 10 to 15 people dying a day in Brownsville, just in Brownsville, not even talking about Cameron County. If we would have had that, then maybe a lot of the decision making would have been, a lot more pointed on, guys, we've actually got to do something about it. But when you have faulty numbers, when you have like, oh, we got one person dying every 3 days in Brownsville. One person dying every 5 days in Brownsville. Then you're going like, how could that be? And that's why I started to question the numbers. So the decisions that they made have been made on faulty numbers. I mean, look, if someone tells you, David, hey, there's going to be a sprinkle today, you don't prepare. Oh, well, not so bad. But if someone tells you, hey, a tsunami's coming, then you're going to board up your windows. You're going to get out of Dodge. But you have the correct information. But if someone tells you it's going to sprinkle, you might not even take an umbrella. Good morning, Maggie. God bless. Good morning. Will the slides Dr. Hernandez provided last night be available for the general public? I actually posted them last night, Joe. Check my page. I actually posted Dr. Fauci's interview which is only 8 or 9 minutes, which is very great. And also shared the post that Dr. Hernandez sent our way where all the slides appear. It's also another 8 or 9 minutes. So yeah, it's on my page. Please check my page, Joe. Let me know if you can't find them, and I'll send them to you directly. We made national news. I know. CNN. They said they were going to sanitize the warehouse, but I doubt it. Document everything, Linda. Document everything. Take pictures. Make sure you're protected. Document everything. By the way, you should come out on CNN. I'm too handsome to come out on CNN. King Eddy Trevino loves the camera, loves the power. Well, let me tell you, I actually saw a little picture out there of him on CNN. Again, Eddy, I don't know who's doing your recording out there. You didn't look that great. They were filming it from the abajo, and you could see his little extra chin. Eddy, come on, man. Call me up. I'll show you how to make yourself look like this. Hermoso. It is up to the parents and the taxpayers to demand action, demand the change. BRG current sitting board is a cesspool of fraud. They are a cesspool of fraud. They are a cesspool, and they just don't care. Look, the only thing that little Eddy and Philip and Minerva are focused on right now is election. That's all they're focused on. I mean, that's why they're out there taking all those pictures. That's why now Eddy is sending all these little friend requests to people. Why now? Why are you sending friend requests to all my friends? It's not the way that you do it, bro. I'm hoping that my friends are smart enough to see through all that bull crap and not bring any of these people back. Guys, don't forget what they put you through these past 5-6 months. And look, there's a lot of parents out there. They're saying, I'm not going to send my children back onto campus. They're still saying it. And you know why? Because they have no confidence in this board or the superintendent. And let me tell you, I don't blame them. The community has lost faith in the superintendent. A vote of no confidence. And a vote of no confidence is to make sure that none of these idiots come back. Buenos dias, Chelly. My name's not Chelly. At least not on the weekdays. Everyone got excited about his 15 minutes of fame. He should make mass mandatory, and that will make him famous because I will start to diminish the spread. They won't. Jay Ramos, they said that they were going to sanitize, but I doubt it. What Eddy Trevino needs to do is lock down Erasmo. No, don't lock down Erasmo. Erasmo does not need to be locked down. What have I done wrong, Leonel? Good morning, cat. Yeah, that's what they can do. My son being a nurse told me, Dad, start wearing an N95 mask and also wear your cloth mask and wash your hands and every 30, 40 minutes. So that's what I'm doing. Good job, JR. God bless you, man. Make Browns look great again. That's my job. That's our job. Apparently, everything happens after our curfew. I still don't get the curfew. You give more information than officials. We give more information than officials because, again, Laura helps me with Hidalgo. Other individuals help me with local information. Together, guys, together we keep each other informed. And, and I'm hoping that we start, affecting the right decisions in our life. Us, because we're cautious. And again, I'm going to say this again. I don't believe in living in fear. Be cautious, but do not fear. Do not fear. Do not fear. Why report 300 positives, 15 deaths every day? Can't they just put it in one report? You want like a weekly report? No, I think the daily reports are important. I just would think that we just need exact numbers. We just need right numbers. We just need to know the right information. We're not getting the right information. I mean, Dr. Castillo said that. And, making excuses is okay. And I understand Dr. Castillo's position because he's right there next to the judge. But the county judge and the county commissioner's court have failed. They're all focused on other type of politics. It's just insanity. I saw a news article that says there are 14 freezer trucks heading to Texas. Yes. I do not doubt it. I mean, we already have 2 in Brownsville. And we probably need another 2, 3 more. They're not denying it, though. They're admitting that the numbers are higher. I suppose there is a process that it has to go through. Yeah, Doreen. But the problem is, you can't be making excuses for these people. Look, guys, they were out there saying, well, they has to go through the process. Look, I understand, but have you seen the death certificate? It'll tell you there date and time of death, and they usually call the death immediately. They call now. They should have foreseen that the newspapers, the funeral homes, and why quite look. And my issue is, guys, why couldn't they foresee? I saw it. I knew this was going to happen. But you know why I knew this was going to happen? I'm not like the Brownsville Walter Mercado. I just look like him. I'm not the Brownsville Walter Mercado. But I knew this was going to happen. And you know how I know this was going to happen? Because I followed the trends of what was happening in Italy, in Spain, and New York City. And look, what we are experiencing now, New York City already went through. They were just a lot better at reporting their numbers. So we should have been prepared. Why are we not proactive, folks? Why are we always reactive? Why? Proactive. I knew this was going to happen. Anyone who followed the trends, who followed this virus from the start, would have known that this was going to happen. With these BISD employees coming out positive, it's with summer skeleton crews. Has district done any contract tracing? Now imagine that. No, they haven't. Now, next upcoming weeks when more personnel are returning. Look, guys, they stated that they had less than 30 people on each campus, on the campuses during the summer. And we still have death. We still have personnel that have died. We still have several individuals that have tested positive. Look at what happened to our students. They went back for that strength and conditioning, and they started popping up positive. So it's never going to stop, And as much as Eddy's out there saying, "Oh well, we've got to, go over this little hump, flatten the curve," it's not going to happen, Eddy, while you permit the school district to go out and send our teachers and our staff onto campus. Now, the bit of good news that I'm going to share is that anyone that has concerns in regards to underlying conditions, please contact HR, and they are, considering to see if you are going to be exempt from going back onto campus. So anyone out there that has an underlying condition, call Carmelita at HR. And I'm sorry, Carmelita has been very non-responsive when it comes to myself. So again, I'm not completely convinced. I'm not going to be completely convinced until I see it. So I want to see HR actually doing something. I want to see HR actually, keeping their word. I want HR to do something. I want them to stand up for the personnel. And if they're not going to stand up for our personnel and fight for our personnel to this, distant superintendent, then maybe we actually do need someone with the right certification in HR. I'm done. Good morning, Erasmo. Saca las galletas. Actually, I ran out of galletas, but I'm going to get some next week. I only have pedacitos left. But I'll get some more next week. Pick up the sign. Yeah, 1240 East Madison. 1240 East Madison. I'm going to go somewhere right now at 10 o'clock in the morning. Pero stop by. Yes, if you could stop by 1240 East Madison, let me know. If not, I'll drop them off sparingly. I'm sad there's no Houston show like this. Maybe a Houston edition. Hey, y'all can start it. That'd be awesome. I'll help you. Buenos días, Carlos. Carlos Elizondo, place 7, BISD board. I saw little Eddie's sign out there. My God, what a horrible sign. What a horrible, horrible sign. But anyway, that's why I question myself. Why buy all the PPE if it's not safe to go back? Exactly. Linda Cortez, AOB posted something about BISD charging for PPE. Do you know anything about it? I wouldn't be surprised. consider this, guys, that they got the PPE for free. This is not the PPE that they bought. They got this for free. And remember, the PPE that they bought, the superintendent got 75% discount on it. It was all happy. I got 75% discount. Yeah, because you bought hand sanitizer that's 9 years old. Idiot. That's what they're doing with your money. If you have a campaign sign, when you get them in, I'll take one for my home. Yeah, stop by my office. I'm still waiting for you to come by. 1240 East Madison. Bitch it up. It is ignorant. Brownsville mayor put a notice last night that he ordering 25 crowds at restaurants in James, but governor said has it at 50. We follow the mayor's orders and the city commission. And advocates for president. Yeah. Thank you, Eduardo. Love you. Focus. Hope all is good. Let's keep positive minds and stay safe. Clean out there. God bless you, Jerry. I love your last name, Borgogni. That's awesome. What do you estimate the actual death count for Brownsville is? I'm going to say that we're at, I mean, I've been saying during 4th of July, I counted 70. 4th of July weekend. So I'm going to guesstimate it that we're actually at 350. That's my best guess, 350. And again, this week, I think maybe by tomorrow, we're going to see like, boom, a big old chunk of deaths on their county report. And again, they said that it was the numbers that were going to come in. Are there any free testing sites here? If so, where? I asked because I have heard people say that we don't have free testing. We have 3 sites, 3 testing sites. Déjame levantarme la camisa. 3 testing sites. One of them is the sports park. There's one on the expressway at that hospital. And I can't remember the other one, but I will find out right after the show, and I'll post them out there. 3 sites. I will post it on my page. Thank you, Erasmo, for your great examples, information, and concerns. People need reminders. 100%. That's what I'm here for. His video production looks like it was done by a 5-year-old. It does. God, Eddy. I've been trying to tell him, man. Como que, I mean, they've got all this money in the world, and they're sure as heck not using it on informing individuals out there. Facts. That's all it is, facts. He is a good leader. If we're talking about Eddy Trevino, no, he's not. Not during this pandemic. He has failed us. Yeah, I got a friend request from little Eddy. Yeah, he's sending friend requests to all my people. Que hueva. You know when the last time I sent a friend request? Like 2 years ago. You don't force that, bro. Little Eddy. The plane. You don't force the friends on there, little Eddy. This is social media is my world. I am the king of all local social media. Ask me and I'll show you. Martin Leal is promoting little Eddy. Well, yeah, it's his nephew. And, he just wants someone, to bully his principal around. That's all he wants, someone to bully his principal. And let me tell you, Ms. Martin, if, again, as I know that you were out there mouthing off in regards to, well, Erasmo's not doing the show here at the coffee shop, and I'll give you examples why. You didn't kick me out from doing the show at your coffee shop, Martin. You know exactly why. You know exactly why I stopped doing my shows at your coffee shop. And it was to protect your family. So if you ask me the questions, Martin, if you push me, I will share why I stopped doing my videos at your coffee shop. So don't play that game with me, brother. Please do not play that game with me, because I did it out of love for your family. I did it out of love for your family. Now that you want to use it to try and slam Erasmo, just because you want to support your little puppet, the little Annie, the one that you're going to use to bully Obed Leal at Stel, the same way that you try to throw my name around every single time? No, bro. So, yeah, Martin, ask me why I stopped doing my shows at your place, and I will tell you. What are your thoughts on improved security for our schools with metal detectors? I think it's excessive. I think it's excessive. We don't. I think it's excessive. You know, our culture isn't. Every so often you're going to get a little huerquito going out there and saying, "Oh, well," and writing stuff on the walls. It's just not part of our culture that much down here. Now, do we need to be vigilant? We need to be vigilant. We have to uh, look for cases of where we can address mental health. Part of the problem is here that we always try to throw mental health under the rug. And no, guys, I think that some of the suicides that were out there could have been prevented if we were a little bit more proactive in regards to dealing with depression, anxiety, and a lot of other things that lead individuals to doing these things. So, do we need metal detectors in our schools? I'm going to say no. I think it's excessive right now. Do we need to go out there and empower our police force out there? Yeah, but we need leadership at the BISD Police Department. Leadership. There is no leadership at the BISD Police Department. There isn't. All they are is puppets for Sylvia Atkinson. That's all they are. Good morning, sir. God bless you and stay safe. Thank you, Chris. I'll for President 2020. Preach. How soon does the new elected BISD board take their seats? 6 days after the election. So 6 days after the election, after they get canvassed, and that same day, a week after November the 3rd, we need to have a special call board meeting, an emergency meeting, actually. Emergency meeting. Until when is the curfew in effect? 27th, but it's probably going to get extended. Good morning, Leti. God bless. Thank you for all the information. We need all the information on what's really going on. COVID is dangerous, deadly. I'm on my 4th round of meds. God bless you, Amy, and stay healthy. Please stay healthy. Maybe we should work on prevention. The numbers throughout the country are off. Yes, the numbers are wacko off. They're off. And again, guys, the only way, Dr. Rita, the only way that we're going to be ahead of the curve, that we're going to be ahead of this virus, is if we are proactive. And we have seen no proaction in regards to, look, guys, we were shutting everything down back in March when our numbers were nowhere near where they are today. And now we don't even want to make face coverings mandatory. They have to be mandatory to go into any public place. They have to be. When's the next board meeting, and will they have medical professionals? They won't. They won't unless I say that they are not going to. And then they're going to say, well, let's bring medical professionals in. But again, guys, when you surround yourself with yes people, hey, look, we don't want them to get medical professionals that are going to say exactly what they want to say. We need them to get Dr. Eddy Hernandez out there, Dr. Amir Mahdi. We need them to get Dr. Zamir. We need them to get Dr. Teresa Saavedra out there. Doctors that are doctors that will tell us the truth, not individuals that are going to tell them what they want to hear. Goodness gracious, guys! But look at the board, man. They're so messed up. Laurita la Exploradora, the one that's pushing my opponent in this race. Laurita la Exploradora was out there saying that 1 or 2 people were committing suicide a day since March. It's not true. It's a lie. Just want to use it to sobresalir. We should call a safety committee meeting. You think? Wait a minute. It's July, and you're saying that in March you were having 1 or 2 suicides a day, and now you think that maybe it'd be a good idea to start a safety committee meeting? Really? Are you that stupid? Really? So it took you months? But that's the way they think. They're very, very not proactive. What is the city's power plant personnel starting succumbing to the virus? They are succumbing to the virus. They are. The PUB is constantly succumbing to the virus. Is it that they're having to investigate if the death was COVID related? Maybe that's what's taking the time. I think with COVID-19 now, Doreen, I think people know when something is COVID related. Goodness gracious, because if it's in regards to the respiratory system, a lot of individuals don't die 1 minute to another, especially the ones in the hospital, Doreen. And let me tell you, the ones in the hospital, those are the easiest ones to report because they've been under care. And Doreen, you've seen that our nurses out there saying, guys, I walked into my shift and 5 people had died. I walked out of my shift, 3 people had died from coronavirus. These are the nurses saying this on social media posts. So can you imagine? That's from one hospital. We got 4 hospitals in Cameron County. So let's say an average of 5 per hospital. That's 20, right? 20 times 4 is, no, 4 times 5 is 20. Let's say 5. That's 20. This is in the hospitals. Now, Doreen, take into account, people aren't only dying in the hospitals. They're dying in their homes. Now, I understand the ones in their home might take a little bit longer to report, fine. But the ones at the hospitals, the ones that have been under medical care, the ones that have been getting treatment, no, bitch it up. No. Morning, Albert. God bless. They're not proactive because they say, no, hombre, aquí no pasa nada de eso. Yeah. Having small numbers on campuses give us false sense of security because people think that the smaller the number, the less chance of infection. Wrong. It only takes 2. BISD is giving a new definition to the word skeleton crew. Well, actually, like skeleton crew, no pun intended. People here in the Valley are not planners. They love for the today. They don't plan to save. They think ahead. It's the culture. And they have the, vamos a ver qué pasa mañana. No, prepare. That was actually my sermon this past Sunday. And I told people, guys, don't be going out there buying new cars or new houses. Espérate. Let's see how the economy turns out. Hold on. Good morning, Erasmo. God bless you. Take care. You too, Noel. God bless you, my man. I am obese. Is that a condition? Yes. Actually, that is one of the major underlying conditions, being obese. Can the county judge close the island? He could actually probably close the access to the bridge. I mean, that's what they basically need to do at this point right now because Clayton's le vale. You saw the post. I've actually posted Juan Montoya's story on the county judge and Clayton's. It's really pathetic. And I'm sorry, Clayton. I mean, you actually going out there going like, man, send your 80-year-olds. Let them have a last couple of days here. At least they'll be looking at the beach. That was irresponsible. Maybe she's not really qualified. Another pawn deal for Sylvia. Yeah, too bad. The letter put out by the district on Monday, who do they consider essential workers? That's very scary, Michelle. That's very scary because there is no plan. And ultimately for them, the essential workers are anybody they want to call essential worker. You're an essential worker. You go back. You're an essential worker. Go back. But Michelle, you'd agree with me. We need to have information from medical personnel. And they have yet to bring anyone with any medical expertise. And you, Michelle, you're a doctor. They need to have, I think you're a doctor, if I'm not mistaken. They need to have medical professionals out there letting them know the facts, the truth. They haven't had a single one. I mean, they haven't even brought in Ms. Pons, the head of health services out there. It's unfortunate. Good morning, my love. Love you. Me perdí. But have you seen 2021 Bronco? Don't bitch it up. If you're planning to buy it for me, stop buying stuff. God bless you, sir. Have a blessed day. Bless you, man. Flip the board. FLIO. Yeah, same. No, it was a story about PPE. Other questions about going back to the campuses, whether it was safe or not. They asked if we had to pay for our PPE, if our administrator talked to us about it, etc. It's crazy. $3 to $10 contract, the sale girl, mini PC, Laura and Eddy. The BISD main lobby, no refunds while they last get sold. The highest bidder, Sylvia. Carlos Rosas free testing, Paredes Line Road. Oh, awesome. Last night, CNN and Trevino claimed that they will be doing something about the party boats. What can the county do? Predictions? Nothing. Nothing. They can't go back and sanction someone on something on an order that they did not give proactively. And Ryan, this is part of the problem with the BISD plan. It's like, we'll figure out as we go. You're going to figure it out as we go. and then try to sanction individuals towards the end because they didn't comply to something that didn't exist? I mean, the boat people, they came out, they said, hey, look, we offered hand sanitizer. And we made sure that everyone, as soon as they walked on the boat, they had masks. We're complying. What can they do? Eddy was just mouthing off. There's nothing to be done. One moment, please. 1 second. I have someone knocking on my door. Appreciate your patience. 1 moment. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your patience. Thank you. Dr. Rita, I sent you via Messenger the link. Thank you. There's one on Southmost Bella Vista Christian Church. Oh, thank you. Send me the information, Rose, so I can post it, please. Social media kingpin. The king is here, wearing a nice blazer. There's only one cheese, 100%. Bad coffee. My guy, what's up? Love you, compa. Albert Candela, good morning, brother. I love Albert Candela and Richard. Aquí tienen que pasar algo para que hagan algo. Yeah, that's what's very unfortunate. Yes, sir. I love what you stand for. No, bro, let me tell you. It's what we stand for together in unity. What we have, what we can accomplish, what we can do. Good morning, Dora. Bendiciones. I agree with you, Erasmo. No leadership in BISD police. There isn't. And it's really, really pathetic. And we're at the point where we just do something a little bit different. We have, you need to shut off Facebook. You need to close Facebook, Dr. Rita. Close Facebook, Dr. Rita. Close Facebook, Dr. Rita. Hey, Dr. Rita, how you doing?
Closed. Is it still open somewhere?
No, you're good. It was open a little bit. How you doing, Dr. Rita?
I'm doing fine. Like everyone, we're worried about what's going on for a whole bunch of different reasons.
Well, let's start off with what's going on. Let's start off with something that we talked about right now. Let's talk about the county numbers. The county numbers, Dr. Rita, when you don't have, you're a number person. When we don't have accurate numbers, what's going to happen?
Well, there's so many complications with those numbers. And I enjoyed watching the county judge the other day because they just owned it. They just said, we're behind. And I think nationwide, the numbers are going to be off a little bit. So we've already kind of beat that one. The numbers are bad. We get it. Why don't we try to start focusing now? And you and I talked about it the other day. How do we keep each other safe? How do we get this thing in control, right? And I think you started talking a little bit about that a couple of days ago, and with the masks and the distance, and the schools are closing, which is good, but it brings up another set of issues. And there's always error in science. There's going to be plus or minus. I mean, I'm not going to beat those guys. We weren't prepared as a country for this.
Well, let me tell you, Dr. Rita, this is my concern. And someone just mentioned it. And I've been calling it since the start, Dr. Rita. And the reason that I was calling it as the start is because, again, you're a number person, Dr. Rita. There were trends out there. There were trends that should have been followed. And there was action that was taken in different countries like Italy and Spain in order to try to, to bend the curve. And there was actions that were actually taken up in New York City once they learned of the different mistakes that they made. But unfortunately for us, Dr. Rita, it seems that we didn't learn from the mistakes, Dr. Rita, because we should have expected the freezer trailers, the refrigerator trailers coming down. We should have expected that sending individuals into buildings was going to be a mistake. We should have expected it. We didn't. We didn't learn. And the same things that were happening in New York 4 to 5 weeks ago are what we're experiencing now down here.
Yeah. Yeah. And how do you unring that bell? It's going to be very difficult. The thing I want you to think about for a little bit, and everyone watching, is we just weren't ready. And when I mean by we, I don't even mean Brownsville. I mean the United States. Let's think this through. PPE, all those things, we just weren't ready. Most of our manufacturing and things that we're getting are getting from other countries. So I kind of like this movement we've been trying to do for the past few years, is to bring all that back to the United States. Are you telling me something?
No, Maria.
Oh, okay. So that's one problem. And if it's bigger than today. I mean, this is something we've been talking about forever. We rely as a country on China and Mexico and everything and every other for our products. And we need to just start producing more in America. We didn't have the PPE. We didn't have the gloves. We still can't find Lysol spray. I mean, we cannot, as a country, depend on everyone. So I like the movement nationally to bring all that production back to the country, so that when these things happen, we are ready. Now, that doesn't address your numbers question. The numbers are off. Everybody already knows it. We've admitted it. Now,
yes,
we have to do a better job of preparing. We should have probably done a better job of training our people who are open on how to open safely. We should have done a better job of that. But the good news is Pat Hobbs and Workforce Solution, those guys are one of the few workforce boards in the state that went and got the COVID money. So now if you are open, train your people, protect your people, safeguard your workers, safeguard our community. And, TSC, TSTC, our schools, everybody has those funds and that ability. We just have to take advantage of it. There's probably $500,000 sitting there on how to best prepare our community, and we haven't even touched it. We've maybe touched $5,000 of it.
And I agree with you, Dr. Rita. And again, I agree in regards to, we already know that the numbers are messed up. And I appreciate, that, they finally came out and said, well, Erasmo's been right all these weeks. And that's fine.
Okay, I didn't hear the Erasmo was right, but I did hear the.
Well, they're never going to say it. They're never going to say it, but it's okay. I'll take it. As long as they start doing something, I'll be happy with it. I'm not out here trying to get recognition from them, because I don't give a rat's ass about them. I can't say rat's ass. I'm sorry. My people at church got mad. Rat's butt. I don't give a rat's butt about it. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. And people know me. I don't care. I'm still going to call it the way that it is. Now, again, we've been right about absolutely everything, but not because we're geniuses out here, but because we listen to the doctors, Dr. Rita. We listen to the doctors. I mean, we have doctors on here. We had, one of your favorites, Dr. Madi out here.
I love Dr. Madi. Absolutely.
We have Dr. Teresa Saavedra out here. Dr. Eddy Hernandez, we have him regularly. I think you're a fan of Dr. Eddy Hernandez as well. We have individuals on here that have been telling us, guys, we're in trouble. We've got to start doing things differently. But when you hear it from them, Dr. Rita, and then you hear something very laissez-faire out there in the back by the leadership, it's what causes confusion. Because a lot of people out there were going like, no, Erasmo's exaggerating. It's not true. It can't be real. That is why we had all these professionals on here to say no. And the difference is, like, in our community, is that Port Isabel was very, very proactive, Dr. Rita. They were very, very proactive. And they had medical personnel out there at their meeting when they made an informed decision. We need leadership that makes informed decisions, Dr. Rita. I mean, you run, a multi-million-dollar business here in Brownsville. Now, what's going to happen? What's going to happen if you get faulty information? Your business is going to falter. It's going to falter.
And the leaders are only as good as the information they get, and they make the best decision they can make depending on the information they get in their hands. So if they get faulty information and, bad input, bad output. Unfortunately, the numbers were behind and nobody was ready for this. It comes back down to training, Mr. Castro. We're testing more than we've ever tested. So suddenly we're all experts in testing. No, that means suddenly everyone's testing, training or no training. And I was reading a story of a guy in McAllen who went and waited in line for 2 hours to get tested. And then he decided not to get tested, only to get a letter that said he was positive. So who knows?
what are the actual numbers? What are the actual numbers reported? Well, the actual numbers reported, you can find them on my page, Alma. They are wrong. Where can we
Yeah.
access this info? If you're asking about the exact numbers, again, all you have to do is listen to this show in the morning at 9 or in the evening at 9, or see my page, because I will always be out there informing individuals of the numbers that I receive from the funeral homes. Those are the actual look, and I've said this from the start, guys. And Dr. Rita mentioned something in regards to someone testing positive when they hadn't even tested. You see, I don't put a lot of weight into the positives and to the recovered. I don't, because again, we've all heard cases about individuals that go, "Oh yeah, but I got a negative, but then I got a positive, and they got a negative." So really, that doesn't tell me a lot. What I've told individuals out there, and I'll continue to say it: focus on the numbers that we actually can measure. And the right now at this point, Dr. Rita, the only number that we can truly measure are the deaths. The deaths, because the deaths will let us know how badly we've been hit as a place. Now, it has been reported that Mexican residents are crossing over to seek medical attention. It's very true. They are coming over to seek medical attention. They are coming over. Our hospitals have capacity from different scenarios. That is 100% true. They are at 107, 110. I think the last count, I think, was like, yeah, they need to open a mass unit somewhere.
Yeah.
Need data to make this. Go.
I think at this point, whatever the numbers say, or whatever the numbers are suggesting, we can just take the obvious from it. This is a dangerous virus, and what now, right? What now? What do we do now as a community to get through this? Because we're not thriving. There's no families thriving. People aren't working. Businesses are down everywhere. So what do we do now, right? Well, what's the plan now? I think you got to go short term and long term. In the short term, everybody needs to plan that these are dangerous times. So, okay, so we wear our mask, we continue to distance, and I think we should be promoting now preparing for how it's going to change, how our lives have changed. What I mean by that is we need to train our people that are working to protect themselves. We need to insist that our businesses are safeguarding workers and families, safeguarding them. When our schools do open up, what's the plan for them? What's the plan for those that have to go? Where's the training that's going to go for those guys to protect themselves, so that we can slow this down or wipe it out? But we also have to understand businesses are closing, and people are all now just trying to pay their staff or keep them employed. And what do a lot of schools, my school, we're going online. We have grants next week for electrical training. It's going to be online with bringing people in one-on-one just to kind of give them some hands-on. But as a community, we need to use this time to prepare for how our lives are going to change. Yes, and we need a better plan because we're not thriving as a community, and we need to be thriving as a community.
We aren't thriving, and again, we've been hit at all sides. I mean, we have to understand, folks, that our economy, a big old chunk of our economy is derived from individuals coming across.
Yeah.
And also, look, one of the things is in our schools is another big old chunk of the community. Our port is another big old chunk of the community. And again, one of the issues that I've always had with our community is that there's absolutely no unity. There is no unity. When you look, there's no unity on the same boards at times. It's something that we don't see a lot in different areas, but there's always this horrible infighting amongst themselves. And then not to say there's always infighting amongst one elected body with another elected body. We saw that with the issue with bringing training to the port, Dr. Rita. You lived it. You lived it. Yeah. And we had, TSC board out there fighting with the help of Sylvia Atkinson, your friend, going out there and fighting, the Port of Brownsville when they were trying to bring in training into the Port of Brownsville. We can't do that, guys. We can't continuously shoot ourselves in the foot by having a non-united front when it comes to workforce training, when it comes to bringing economic development to our area. We can't. But again, part of the problem, Dr. Rita, is that when they can't control it, when they can't exprimirlo para sacarle jugo, when they can't get a buck from it, then they're not going to support it. because they always want to have a cut of the pie. We can't find Lysol because there are people buying them and selling them extremely.
Yeah, Nora is absolutely correct. But at one point you want to say, God, stop it. But you know what, Nora? There's people out there that are they're just trying to pay electricity and feed their families. I mean, it's just really gotten very, very difficult for families right now. Rent, Dr. Haylan, Mr. Landine. Rent, electricity, food, it all adds up, and people are hurting right now. So I kind of like Erasmo. When you and I were talking, they were like, okay, now what? What next? We know the numbers are off. We know it's bad. Okay, now what, right? We protect ourselves, we protect our families. If we're going to go to work, then let's make sure we're smart about it. And if you're not doing anything, then use this time to better yourself, to read, to write, to exercise, to get online. And there's free training right now. Workforce Solutions, Pat Hobbs Group, hats off to them.
Yeah.
They have some funds right now to help kids. I just spoke to some kids who recently graduated from high school that decided not to go away. I said, you know what? I just got a grant, free training online. You want to be an electrician? Electricians make very good money. Eventually, we're going to open up again. And are we going to be ready for when it opens up? Or are we going to wait for it to get ready and then start trying to get ready?
We need electricians now. That's something that I just got a message today that we need electricians, we need plumbers, we need them now. We don't need them, 3 months from now. We need them now. So look, anyone out there that is wanting to, start to get trained, get a little certification, this is the perfect time for it.
Yeah, because, use your time.
You're going to be hunkering down at home. At least start to prepare for something. So, yes. What are the actual numbers, David? I'll tell you that I would say that the actual numbers in regards to the number of people that are dying in the city of Brownsville is 15 to 20 people per day. 15 to 20 people per day. And I disagree with Mayor Mendez, and I love Mayor Mendez. Mayor Mendez says probably 10 to 15 a day. I'm going to say it's a little bit higher. I'm going to say it's 15 to 20 a day. One of the things that came out of the press conference on Monday is Dr. James, I think he said you could just take everything and multiply it by 10. I think that's what he said. So
wow.
I'm more of I'm talking to the funeral homes. I'm talking to the nursing homes. I'm talking to doctors and to nurses. And I would say that we are closer to 15 to 20 per day in Brownsville. I'm not talking about Cameron County. I'm talking about Brownsville. And it's something that Hidalgo is really facing right now. Now, know that you have a jump on them. I order 6 online at Office Depot because they go fast. They do.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Ramos. I'm going to have to try that. I need some for the school. Oh, thank you, Ryan. You're too cool.
There are people selling a can of $20. Yeah. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. And you're right. We should help out each other. But selfish people are only thinking about themselves. It is so sad. This is not the time, guys, to go out there and try to make a buck out of a can of Lysol. Or it's called
Manny Blanco. You're absolutely right. Yeah, you're going to have to do everyone's having to rethink, Manny. You're absolutely right. How we do things. We do part of it online, and you bring them in small groups to practice. But we have to do practice in smaller groups because we have to do social distancing and all that good stuff. That's absolutely important. So you're right. It has to be done correctly, and and we surely don't want anyone getting in debt trying to get training. So that's why, we do it debt free, and Pat Hobbs Group has all those grants that we can use. Mr. Manny and Blanca, both of you are absolutely right. You're only as good as your training, just like the leaders are only as good as the information they get.
So. Well, you could always tell who's the boss of a relationship when you see like a married couple, having a joint account.
And they put both names.
Yeah, when you got like a Mr. and Mrs. Juan Cortez, Juan and Maria Cortez, you know that Maria is in control. Sorry, Manny, I love you. And that was always right. Preach.
Oh my Lord, look at that.
J.R. Ramos, yes, we have to find online something for $20. It's crazy. Hurricane season as well. Yeah, you see, that was.
You know what, JJ Liendo, it is hurricane season, and I live on South Padre. So I'm always kind of a little worried about that.
It is an issue, Dr. Rita, and and when it rains, it pours. We're just and Dr. Eddy Hernandez said yesterday, guys, we're in the tidal wave. Because I asked him, like, when is the next wave going to hit? He goes, no, right now we're in a tsunami right now. We're in a major tsunami right now. So it's not going to slow down for a while. And you're going to see some crazy numbers, folks. Folks, listen to me. You're going to see some crazy numbers coming out of Cameron County this week because they've already set the tone to it. They set the tone on Monday. You're going to see some crazy numbers this week. And you're going to go like, are we actually sending people back onto the school campuses? You're going to say it. And then more people of y'all are going to go like, damn, that handsome and totally not fat guy was totally right. But yeah, we need to prepare. Leadership not getting information is not an excuse.
That's right.
100%. Yeah. It sounds like a cop-out. SBI and Laredo had the, yes. You're 100% right, time traveler. And it isn't a cop-out. Again, guys, the information is there. And the difference between actually it's Port Isabel. The difference between Port Isabel and Laredo was that they had a feel for the community. Look, this is what's happened, Dr. Rita. And I know you have friends on the board and you may not want to comment on it. That's fine. This is what's happened. There is such a disassociation, a separation from the board and the people and regular people that they have no clue or concept. Did y'all hear the superintendent say, oh, no, most of the people in the city of Brownsville are happy with what we've done? Did y'all hear that? Is the guy insane? Is he completely out of it? Are the most people in the city of Brownsville happy with what this superintendent and this board have done? Don't bitch it up.
Well, so to time traveler's comment, I'm not saying bad info was a reason not to be proactive. I'm saying if you put bad info in, the data you're going to spill out is just not going to be correct. That's what I was referencing. I say all the time, have a plan. You have to have a plan. And
you have to have a plan.
Yeah, like
Dr. Rita, they make too much money not to have a plan.
Well, everyone has to have a plan. I mean, we should, we're like at our school, we sat here going, okay, we're going to have to go online if we're going to continue to serve the community with debt-free training. So that's what we're doing. And, and as a family, every family should have a plan.
Oh, yeah, you're exactly right. But the difference is, Dr. Rita, that, we all, look, and I'll say this, guys, I run my campaigns with $3,000. That's how much money I'm probably going to spend on this campaign, $3,000 to $5,000. You know that my opponent is, a multimillionaire. My opponent in this race, as of right now, is a multimillionaire, and never set foot in a public school. Never. Puro trips to Europe, puro St. Joe, puro private school, and complete disassociation from it. So you know what? You understand that individuals that have all these resources in the world, could put up pretty little pictures and pretty little posters and, a lot of little catchy lines that they pay consultants hundreds of thousands of dollars to produce for them, guys. So these individuals, you'd expect for those individuals to be a lot better prepared. And going back into the superintendent, I mean, the guy's getting paid $412,000 a year, and he got an extra year extension to his contract. And to this point, have no plan. So
I don't know who your opponent is, and I'll just say this.
You guys, an example. Was it trying to diss them?
Yeah,
it's not her fault that she's had everything given to her.
I don't even know. I didn't know you had an opponent. I didn't.
I don't.
I'm looking up there. I see that you are running. So now I think we just need to think about it as a community, how we're going to recover, and how we're going to stay safe. How to stay safe and how to be stronger. If I start looking at solutions, right, we're going to have to keep following the social distancing that you've been saying and the masks and all that. We're going to have to do that. And we just have to figure out what we're going to do to recover.
Muriendo, Ana, 15 a 20 personas al día muriendo en la ciudad de Brunswick. Y no estoy hablando del condado, estoy hablando en la ciudad de Brunswick. Y esto lo puede usted confirmar con las funerarias del área. No solamente las funerarias, también con nuestro departamento de bomberos, ellos le van a aclarar y les van a decir exactamente lo mismo. Exactamente lo mismo. Son terribles. Dr. Rita is right. We need to stay open. Yeah. No, not the school.
No. I don't know about, I didn't really say open up the schools. What I'm saying is businesses and things. Well, let me show you the flip side and what Mary Lou is saying. When you don't open, we're going to have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of kids left alone at home because some parents are going to work. So whatever plan the district has, I'm sure they're reaching out to the daycares and everyone to see what else is going. And I say that as like, I'm confident. Well, they have lots of great leaders over there that get paid a lot more than you and I right now to make those decisions.
But they're not. They're not reaching out to anyone.
There's going to be a problem. And then what are we going to do with all those bus drivers? So what are you going to do with all those personnel that aren't going to be directly teaching? Because we're not going to transport kids anymore. We're not the cafeteria. I mean, sure, we're going to have some food probably going out, but what do we do with those hundreds and hundreds of people? This is the time right now that you should be upskilling them, training them to do something else.
Exactly.
Or whatever that plan is. And just like the meeting the other day at BISD, there's people going up in public audience, and I was just sitting there amazed that nobody was cleaning the microphone between the two or three speakers or whoever showed up. That's kind of not safe. I was
more concerned. I was more surprised Dr. Sylvia Axon showed up to the emergency meeting than the microphone. But yeah, I agree with you in regards to the microphone. The microphone.
You had to go there.
You always going to go there, didn't you? Mary Lou, it is irresponsible. It is irresponsible for an organization that educates, that is in charge of academia, to teach by their actions that they don't give a rat's behind about their people. It's not a good lesson to give to our community. It's not a good lesson to give to our students. Look, guys, Dr. Rita made mention of it. We've got to act now on what we've learned as of now. What we've learned as of now is that sending anyone onto a campus is a death sentence to some. And let's say it's a death sentence to one. I would say it's one too many. Don't do it. Look, Mary Lou wants to promote the Betsy DeVos. It's only going to be a 0.02% of individuals that are going to die from it. That's what Betsy DeVos says.
So let's go back. I mean, you can't throw.
No, let me finish my thought. This rhetoric right here. Oh no, school's got to open. Only a 0.02% of individuals are going to die from it, from individuals going on campus. That's 15,000 people, 15,000 students. Do you want your child to be one of those 15,000? Who decides? The virus? Come on.
Well, I tell you what, whoever does decide to open, whether it be a charter or a private or something, they're going to pull a lot of BISD kids because a lot of parents they're going to be stuck without options. I mean, if I have to go to work and dad has to go to work, or if I'm a single mom and I got 4 kids and I got to go to work,
I don't think
I can leave them home alone. And then you're going to have CPS on us. There's got to be a better plan, and then hopefully the daycares are involved in these discussions. And then let's talk a little bit about special ed issues. Anytime a student has a regression in academic progress, it causes problems for the family and the school district. So what I mean by that is comp ed. We're going to have to go back and lengthen their time in the school.
Happy birthday.
Instead of 12 years, 14. So there's a lot of, I pray for those in education, those leaders that have to make those plans. But so we can't really control what they do. But as families and as individuals, I'm going to have to take off because I have to go do something. But I want to encourage everyone out there to, if you are working, tell your bosses to make sure y'all get the training so you can stay safe.
Yeah, and contact.
we have to work, some of us, I get it. So let's be safe about it. And let's get the training that the state is sending us. TSTC has some, TSC has some, I have some. Take advantage of the free training that's available. Take advantage of the free training that's coming up so we can better ourselves as individuals, so we can increase our earning capacity and be ready for when it does open. And so that we can be ready for how it's going to open, because it's going to open, but it's going to be different. Everything's changing from here on out. This whole new thing. Mm-hmm.
And I mean, encourage anyone out there that has any questions in regards to, training, and free training, please contact Dr. Rita Hernandez. Also look up CCEI out there. And again, we're constantly posting out there information. Guys, take advantage of every single opportunity that's out
And you
there.
don't have to get it from us. I mean, TSTC has it, TSC has it. We're about to start some stuff on e-commerce just because we're going to have to change how we do things.
Yeah.
Yes, those are nice teeth, Erasmo. Very nice teeth. But, I will say this, guys, we're going to have to get ready for the new America, the new Brownsville, the new way of life. And that's why we're pushing this whole new standard of clean that RJ Mitty, the actor from Breaking Bad, and the Mitty Cultural District is, he started this movement called the New Standard of Clean. He has cerebral palsy. And so this is something that he's at risk. He's in that category. And if we could just raise the standard of clean and change how we do things, we can get this, hopefully slow down the spread. We can slow down the spread. We just got to be a little bit more responsible. I appreciate you getting the word out there, Erasmo, and I want to encourage everybody. Okay, we know the numbers are bad. Now let's start talking about solutions. Let's start encouraging plans for the district, plans for the community, plans for ourselves, plans for our family. Let's start looking on how to be better prepared. And Erasmo, we have to start encouraging our leaders to bring manufacturing and all those industries back to the United States.
100%.
We don't need to depend on China or Mexico anymore. American workers, American businesses, let's bring everything back. That's one thing the Port of Brownsville is doing very well. Hats off to Port Chair John Reed and all those guys. And we were on an upspill. We were going up at the Port of Brownsville, and boom, we got hit with this. And I'm hoping they can pick up that momentum one more time. I have confidence in our leadership there. But Brownsville, be safe, wear your mask, social distance, and if you're going to work, let's work safely. Talk later, buddy.
Have a great one, Dr. Rita. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, hey, one more thing. Texas A&M in McAllen is now going to offer construction science. It'll be the only construction science degree in South Texas. Good news for South Texas. Don't know how they're going to do it yet, but it's coming 20.
Get him.
Thank you.
Bye, Dr. Rita.
Later, buddy.
Bye. Take care. God bless. It's always great to have Dr. Rita on. Acabo de llegar. Cuando dijo 15 o 20 al día, me refería al número de muertes en Bronzeville al día. Creo que ya la contesté, Ana. Puro chump, bring it on 2020. Erasmo for mayor of Brownsville. Give me 4 years, 3 years. Don't agree about the schools reopening. No. They shouldn't open. You're exactly right. Saludos a Carlos Esquivel. Carlos Esquivel. People that are dying. Yeah, they are dying. 15 to 20, yes. Están el superintendente y todos los board también, 100%. Puro chump time. ¿Quién es su oponente? Hasta el momento no sabemos. Vamos a saber el día 17 de agosto. Hasta este momento, una jovencita, muy millonaria, muy rica, familia muy rica que nunca ha hecho mención que quiere correr en contra de su servidor. Yo no tengo el dinero que estas personas tienen para correr una campaña. Yo solamente tengo ustedes. So voy a ocupar y necesitar de ustedes para esta campaña. Así de fácil. Y dejar que ustedes escojan. Si ustedes quieren ser dirigidos por una títere de los ricos, pues adelante. How are we supposed to be okay with sending our kids to school when the numbers are not correct? Exactly. And you see, again, and they're basing the decisions that they're making based on the numbers. And the numbers that they have are all crazy. Yes, there's got to be equal balance. And I agree. Look, guys, and I mean, I'm all in favor of continuing education. I just want everyone to be safe. I don't want one single teacher to pass away. We just had one pass away yesterday. What are we supposed to tell the rest of the Puget family out there? What are we supposed to tell the rest of the individuals that went on to give classes during the summer? That it's okay? We lost a beautiful person, a beautiful individual yesterday. We lost a beautiful individual yesterday. I don't want to come back on here giving more and more condolences for our BISD family because this superintendent refuses to do so. And this corrupt board refuses to take proper action. And they're only thinking about re-election or election time. I don't have that luxury. If they open the schools, they will regret 100%. We all will regret as a community. Recuerden de la tía solterona, ahí pueden dejar a los chimpayates. I love that word, chimpayates. Me encanta. They are making good money, but no plans are being made. They have no brains. No. Yes, but a lot of people complain because they are having to do extra work. Newsflash, every single profession has had to do adjustments due to the virus. Uh, I'm going to say, Mary Lou, no one out there, no one is having to do more work than our medical staff, medical professionals, and our teachers, and our school personnel. And by teachers, I mean everyone. No one out there, not the politicians, not the superintendent, not the ones that are making the big bucks. Our medical personnel, medical staff, and our teachers. No one is working more than them. No one. No one. I don't care what profession you put out there. No one is working more than them. Betsy DeVos is nuts. She is stupid. Stupid. A very, very stupid woman. BISD sounds todo patadas. They have experts, they have teachers that would love to help out with all the money they have. They could have Dr. Fauci in a Zoom meeting, but they wasted time. They have wasted time. And you know what's even worse, time traveler? That they have the experts here. We have the director of health services out there. I haven't seen her once in their meetings. Not once. We have teachers and counselors that are well versed, well prepared in regards to what they experienced the last 6 weeks of last school year. Not one of them. Please do not put words in my mouth. I'm just simply stating that the reality is that we cannot stay remote and closed for. I don't think anybody said to be closed forever. The problem with y'all's rhetoric, Mary Lou, is that y'all are saying that teachers don't do work. Y'all are saying that the teachers are lazy, that they want to stay home. And that is just really, really disturbing to me because it just shows how out of tune y'all are. Because I've talked to teachers, and teachers were working double, triple shifts like our medical professionals. And there's a little disregard in regards to their life and their family's life by sending them into these buildings where we don't know. Now, Mary Lou, I don't know if you know, but a lot of these buildings are asbestos filled. Asbestos filled. And look, Mary Lou, very simple. Now they're trying to change their tune. Haven't you seen the board members now? Oh, no, everything has to be remote. Haven't you heard it? Why are they changing their tune, Mary Lou? Honestly, tell me, why are they changing their tune? Now, every single board member that you talk to is going to say the same thing. No. We've always been for remote learning. We've always been for distant learning. We don't want anyone on the schools. Now they're saying what I've been saying for months. You know what it is, Mary? Don't be fooled by it, Mary Lou. What it is that elections are coming. Don't be fooled and stop being their cheerleader, man. Ideas going 100% online. Yeah, everyone's going online. Good morning, JD. God bless. The BISD thugs want to kill a few local employees. It's crazy. Nurses are being exposed. They are tired of scared. Going to the hospitals does not mean you will recover. Do everything possible not to get infected, so finally the numbers can start to going down. Yeah, and look, there's a 100 million vaccines that are going to be produced by December by Pfizer. They've already been given the grant. 100 million vaccines. Let's wait till December, guys. Let's push it forward till December. What's a couple more months, man? I'm a single parent too. Teachers are not daycares or children care. I'm a teacher and my kids will stay home. I have to make arrangements because that is what parents do. Exactly. Goodness gracious, we're all in this together right now. And like I've said before, traigan a la tía solterona. Traigan a alguien to watch the kids. In the meantime, guys, it's only for a couple of months. Look, guys, all I want is till December. Let's wait till these vaccines start to hit, the market. They promised 100 million vaccines for free. They're not going to cost us anything. Here in the United States, 100 million vaccines Pfizer's producing. And then they're going to produce 500 million for United States that will be for free. Let's wait. Let's wait till at least January to come back. What's the rush? BISD is not willing to work to the community. The safety is not a priority for the BISD board. It is not. Thank you, Doctor. Very well educated insight. Yeah, she's amazing. I like Dr. Rita. BISD is a failure. Accept it. Yeah. Our children, teenagers are very important. I would not send them back. Where would our future be at? Lots of people would be out of jobs, but God does provide. Where is your faith? I'd rather put my trust in faith than to know that. Yeah, exactamente. Guys, we'll always be able to make up money. We're not going to be able to bring back a life. I'm sorry to come out rude, but it sounds like the doc was making up excuses for these abrasive people on the board. They hear this and they feel like they are justified. Yeah, we need to call out their bullcrap, 100%. And I look again. Dr. Rita might have some friends on the board, so she doesn't want to sound too harsh and brash on them. My friends are my community. I'm not going to cover for anyone, and I've said this before. I'm not going to cover for anyone. Not going to cover for anyone. I'm going to call it the way I see it, the way it is, and then give you the information and let you decide. Too much Chinese money in the U.S. Silent war. Yeah, she could like cold as ice, willing to sacrifice. Time traveler. Yes, exactly. She's buddies with all of them. Yeah. It sounds like it, Cat Seeley. Yeah. Erasmo contigo, Erasmo. Gracias, Tony. Sí, ya sé. Y voy a ocupar de toda la ayuda. And look, guys, this election is going to be different. Again, they're going to be filling the newspaper with articles. They have all the money in the world. They're rich. They're rich. They've lived with golden spoons in their mouth. They're going to be sending mail outs like crazy, making phone calls and everything. Erasmo's horrible. Erasmo's bad. Bring it on. Bring it on. I'm ready for a fight. I like the campaign. Stay home. Do not go anywhere for the food until the numbers change. Numbers need to change. Governor is not doing anything. We need change. Yo soy raza. No, thank you, Dr. Rich, for coming on. Yo apoyo el pueblo, eres humilde al 100%. Gracias, Tony. Bendiciones. Bad math, bad results, 100%. But I'm going to need a part-time job. Come on. I'll hire you. That or the dog was just being contra. She seems like a nice lady, but it was getting annoying. Teachers dying and her making excuses for him. I'm not going to make excuses for this corrupt board or this stupid superintendent. No, our teachers are dying. If they couldn't clean the microphone between speakers, what guarantees that they will sanitize between students? They won't. They will not. You know them. Como dicen, no pueden controlar los piojos y creen que van a controlar la rona. Tienen los pantalones bien puestos sin pelos en la lengua. Yeah. Is City still level 4? Yes. I don't know why, but still level 4. Boycott Clayton's. I disagree with the doc. Why would she say if BISD stays closed that they'll lose kids? BISD will lose kids because of the off. Yes. Kat is exactly right. Let me tell you guys. The superintendent right now, again, they think that they're doing an amazing job. They're going to say, oh, it's because Erasmo was being very negative that we lost kids. Because you know what? They tried to do the Greg Abbott and the Eddy Trevino. It's always everybody else's fault. Oh, it was over there. And they don't understand that the only ones that are sinking the ship are this stupid superintendent, his two deputies, and the corrupt board. those are the ones that have made individuals not trust or believe anything they're saying. And you know what's even funnier? That people listen to Erasmo Castro, and by that I mean, like me or dislike me, they're on here listening. I mean, the board's listening right now. The superintendent's listening. Hate me or like me, they're listening. But let me tell you guys, the people are listening. And at first, and I'll tell you what happened. At first, a lot of people were going like, "Abe, "Ta loco, Erasmo, ta loco, ta loco. He's crazy." But then when everything that we started to say came out to be true, and everything that the board and the superintendent started to say came out to be lies, then people started going, ese marrano tenía la razón. And ese marrano está handsome and totally not fat. Kids are getting infected going home. Now grandma is dead. Yeah. Mayra. Yes, exactly. You're exactly right. Preach. Erasmo, di la verdad. The truth hurts. We have to be real. All lives matter. Let's take care of each other. Guys, we're the only ones we have. Our leadership has failed us. Teachers are the best, 100%. I'm a special education teacher that was available for my students until late in the evening. Even during the summer, I'm off base. I'm still available. One moment, please. Especially for this population. This is why I'm still available for them. Give them a sense of normalcy. And you're doing an amazing job, Tony. We need that. The kids are being watched right now. It's summer. Keep the same plan. Save your life, your family's life. 100%. And these are all just excuses. Oh, what about the children? And this is what the school board does. They try to do the guilt. Oh, what about the children? We just care about the children. No one's going to be able to take care of them at home. They've been at home for the past 5 months. Amen. As parents, we know what to do, especially as a mom, we know what's up. 100%. That's my goodness gracious, Castro. Love you, Matthew. That's what you are the GOAT. Papa Chump is the GOAT. Thank you, Papa. I love you. Letty, you got my vote. I need it. And I'm going to need your family's vote and friends' vote, please. We need to win this race. We, together, we need to. Erasmo, the GOAT Castro 2020, preach. Hey, Jesus, they do not know any better because they don't care. Learn from the experts, 100%. Marranito para que se oiga mejor. The super needs to go along with the board. His job and number is on the line, and he's just making look pretty. They all got to go. You're the best. Look, guys. And I'm sorry, I've gotten to this very late. Someone asked, "What will you do?" Let me tell you guys. One of the most disgusting things that this board has done, and this superintendent has done, is they took away money from our children. They took away money from our children. And if anybody doesn't believe me, ask ask our band people, ask our choir people. They took $25,000 average, $25,000 from every high school band. $25,000 from every high school band. They took some 18 to 20,000 from every middle school band. They took it. They didn't give it back. So I want some assurances that this new board is going to give back the money to our students that this board and this superintendent took. Does that make sense? I want every single individual that gets on the board, new board members, that they make a commitment to return the money that this board and this superintendent took from our band students. Our band students, $25,000 from our band students. Erasmo, haters gonna hate. You real, you keep it up. You're the dude with the truth. Preach. Yep, you are like 2 weeks ahead of the news all the time. We keep each other informed. Muertos al día aquí en Brosville. Sí. Some of the students now need come due to their teachers dying. Yeah. Can you imagine, a student loses a teacher that they loved? And let me tell you, Mr. Valois was very loved, very much loved, not only by students, but by coworkers and by community. Loved. I don't want any more teachers to die. I don't want any more custodians to die. I don't want any more of our lunch ladies, lunch men to die. I don't. And the only way that I can guarantee that is by keeping them off campus. So I will continue to fight. I will continue to scream. I will continue to yell until someone listens. Because the life of one teacher, life of one lunch lady, the life of one custodian is one life too many. Thank you, Erasmo. You're right. People need to stop making excuses, stop passing the blame to others. It's time for everyone to take some responsibility, work together to help our community. 100%. No one is saying that schools are going to stay closed forever. The pandemic will be the one who has the final word. You're 100% right. And look, guys, all I'm asking for is till January. That's all I want. Give us time. Pfizer will coming out with 100 million vaccines in December. Please help me stop them till January. Please help me. I don't want anyone back on campus all the rest of the semester. No one. No one. Not administrators, not food people, no one. Please help me. We are the lambs to the slaughter. And I will continue to fight for everyone. But they got your students cheap updated sanitized gel, giving back the money. Hola Marco, ¿cómo estás? You have my vote, brother. I'll need it. Yeah, guys, January 2021. Let's just wait. Be patient. And look, at the end of the day, guys, and they won't, but let's say at the end of the day, they lose a whole semester, so be it. If it saves one life, it was worth it. Thank you, Linda. Guys, have a great rest of the day. I've been on for an hour and a half. That's actually expected to be on for less than an hour. If you would, please let me know. Send me an inbox and come pick up a sign. I have 50-yard signs and like 15, 20 of the 4x4 signs. Come by, pick them up so I could start getting more signs. And I'll have more cookies next week. So I want you to come by and pick up some cookies and give a donation. Guys, stay safe. Social distancing has been increased to 8 feet at restaurants, 8 feet in the city of Brownsville, and 25% capacity for gyms, bingos, and for restaurants. Guys, stay safe. Be good to each other. Please, please be good to me. God bless.